Well, Kevin, where do we start after the performance in your last game? 5 goals. I mean, as a goalkeeper, it's worst nightmare.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a couple recently. It's not been good. We haven't been doing our jobs properly. When we need to buck up and sort it out. I think we've been a bit naive in the way we've gone about it, and we need to sort it out.
The manner of the goals as well, 4 in 14 minutes, kind of speaks volumes.
Yeah, definitely. At half time, we've come out with a plan. We've been told what we should be doing. Just frustrate them, keep them in front of us, don't let them get in behind us and down the sides of us. And I think after 4 or 5 minutes of the second half, they go and score a goal. And like I say, within 15 minutes, we're 5-1 down, which is it's not good. Like I say, the manager tells us what we need to be doing, and we should go out there and we should stick to the plan. But that wasn't the case.
What is it, Kevin? Is it mental attitude? Is it a lack of ability? I mean, you concede 4 in 14 minutes and it's another 5-goal thumping against one of the top sides in the division. What is it about Mansfield's defensive performances at the minute that are so lacking?
I don't think it's lack of ability. I think there's a lot of ability in the change room. I think it's a... I think of the word to say to it. It's more mental than anything. I think that it's affected the lads that we got beat at Grimsby heavily, and their sending off doesn't help. You're back to the walls, but still you see teams week in, week out with 10 men who can stand up to that pressure and put a performance in defensively that frustrates other teams, and they might even nick a win. And that's what needs to happen. We need to go out with that attitude that we're going to be strong and not let people bully us and get through us easily.
We talk often in football about cliches and the fact that when you go down to 10 men, it can often galvanise a side. It arguably did the opposite, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's going down to 10 men at Mansfield this season's happened too often, for one. And yeah, you're right. It should spur you on. You think, right, we're going to help our mate out. Yeah, Rob's is a bit silly in what he's done. I haven't seen it on the DVD, so I can't see it straight, like what the actual incident was. But yeah, you should go out and say, right, yeah, I'm going to help my mate out today, and get him out of the trouble. But we haven't been doing that.
Do you feel that in terms of consistency of the choice of back four in front of you has been lacking this year through injury and through sendings off? If we look at Steve Foster, Rhys Day, they've both been sent off this year. You've been forced to make changes in the back four, and has that, do you think, affected Mansfield's ability to keep the goals out?
I don't know whether you can say that. I think whoever goes in there should be able to do the job. That's why they're at Mansfield Town Football Club, and they're paid to do that job. So I don't think you can use that as an excuse, to be honest. I think if you're put in the team, you want to go out there, and for personal pride, you want to go out there and do the job to the best of your ability. So I don't think you can use that as an excuse.
Well, what about the return of Kevin Pilkington? Because you've extended your stay here for a few more weeks at least. I mean, when you first arrived back here at Field Mill, you'd have wanted maybe to be in a better position now than when you arrived.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to say I've only had one clean sheet since I've been back is very disappointing. I'm not happy with that at all. I pride myself on keeping clean sheets, and as a goalkeeper, that's what you need to be doing. But it's not a one-man show. There's 10 others out there who need to help you out doing that as well. I've enjoyed my time back here. That's why I've agreed to extend my loan. I love the club. I like playing for the club. I've had some great times here, and we just need to pull together and get behind the manager and go on and get some important results. A
short extension to that deal, is it a case of see how things play out and then reassess come the final few weeks of your loan deal?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. It all depends on what Luton are thinking. I spoke with the manager down there on Monday, and he said a few things to me, so we'll just see how it goes.
20 goals conceded against the sides in the top 5 positions in this league so far this year. We can go back to last season as well. You weren't here, but Mansfield Town have a very poor record against the top sides in this division. It kind of suggests that Mansfield Town don't really have aren't really in contention for a promotion spot this year.
Well, I think it keeps coming up, this fact that we haven't beat teams in the kind of top half of the table above us or whatnot, and the facts speak for himself. It's all right me sitting here and saying, yeah, we're as good as them, we should be in there, but at the minute we're not, and that's the basic fact of it. We're not good enough at the minute, and unless the boys start performing, and that's each and every one of us, then we're not gonna get up there. Whether that means there's got to be changes made, which I know the manager's trying to do, then so be it. That's what's got to happen. But at the minute, no, we're not good enough.
Inevitably, questions are asked of the management team. Duncan Russell, has it been a fresh start for the players since he's been appointed full-time manager here?
It's been a fresh start for the players. I mean, everyone's been given a fair chance. He's come in and straight away he said everyone has a fresh slate, and you'll start from kind of day one with him, and he's given people a chance. And I think, to be honest with you, if something happened, another manager come in, he's still stuck with the same bunch of players, and at the minute you can put whoever you want in charge of the team. The players aren't performing, and that's all of us. There's no one could stand up and say I'm playing 100% because we're not. And for me, it's the group of players that we've got to take responsibility for the performances, because you look at our changing room, and if you looked at it on paper, we've got a very, very good team, and at the minute as a unit we're not performing, and that's up to the management to change it. And if he brings people in, like I know he's trying to, people lose their places, and that's just the way it goes.
Before we come on to Newport at the weekend, you've signed a contract extension, or you made your move here permanent. Pleased to put pen to paper? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I said when I come here on loan, I never wanted to leave the last time I was here. Obviously circumstances led to what happened, but I mean, I've got a lot of affection for this football club. I know what it means to the fans, and I know they're frustrated at the minute. I mean, what I would say to them is just be patient with us. We know we're not performing at the minute, but we need them behind us more than any time. I mean, I've seen them at the best, and I know what they bring to this football club, and they're massive to us. And at the minute, we need to give them something to shout about, but we need them behind us. I mean, what's starting to happen, and I've seen it at other football clubs, and I spoke to one of the players after the other night's game, is clubs know that if they keep us quiet for 20 minutes, then at the minute certain sections are turning on us, and football clubs that come here love that, because they know if they get our home fans against us, they're a big kind of noise, and we need them behind us at the minute, and we need them kind of pulling in our way. I know we're not giving them much to shout about at the minute, but we're trying.
Let's take that point on further, because against Eastbourne you won 3-1. We then spoke to the manager on Monday here at Fretwell, and he was saying that you played without fear against Eastbourne away from home. There's something at Field Mill, there's something at Field Mill where the players step onto that pitch, you're very conscious of where the fans are, what they're thinking, and do you go within yourself?
I think well, it's all right me saying that we don't, but I think at the minute we are, yeah. And as footballers, we've got to be bigger and stronger than that. But at this place, it's expectations are high. I mean, I've had it before at Oxford and Luton, and that's what happens when expectations are high. Fans demand higher levels, and at the minute we're not performing for them. We're not giving them enough to shout about, and that's up to us to change. But at the same time, if they want to boo us, do it at half time in the toilet or when they go home to the wife. Just get behind the lads, because it does have an effect, and it has an effect on us, and it has an effect on the opposition. It gives them a G up. So, like I say, it's up to us to kind of give them something to cheer about, but at the same time I'd ask them to just have a bit of patience with us, stick by us, because we all need to be pulling in the same direction, especially at times like this.
Mansfield Town fans are too quick to jump on your players' backs at home?
They've got high expectations, okay, which is right, okay. We're an ex-league team who want to get back up there as quick as we can. And I think when things don't go right, people can be a bit despondent about that. Maybe not quick, but if we can just try and see if we can get behind those boys and make that an uncomfortable place for Newport, then we can maybe go out there and we can really whip teams, because we are, like I said, against Grimsby, against the games where we've scored a lot of goals or we've beaten teams, we've actually played quite well until something goes wrong, and then all of a sudden something snaps. Now we've got to work on that, but if we can work as a group of people, like I say, as a town, where we can go out there and we can actually make it uncomfortable for everybody else coming to our ground, we'll give the crowd a lift, and then the crowd will give us a lift, and then we can just go and make it happen Saturday.
Just to pick up on something that you've said there, I mean, you've talked about performances this season when things have gone right for you, but then something has changed the game and the going's got a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm asking you, Paul, if your players are mentally tough enough to deal with adversity. At the moment, I suggest that sometimes they aren't.
Well, really and truly, they are.
But they haven't shown it then.
They have. Hayes and Yedin, first game in charge. Now, we've come off the pitch at half-time. We have been booed off, okay, against the team who's in the lower echelons, okay. Shouldn't have been in front. First game, we've come out. Players have gone in, said, okay, we're 2-1 down or whatever, 2-0 down, whatever it was. They've come out and they've actually showed character. There have been games when we've gone behind and we've shown character to come back. So the character is in there, okay.
How do you replicate it then?
Well, that's something to work on. That's something to work on. You've got to give these boys the knowledge, and you've got to just keep reminding them of that, because psychologically they can do it. So you just got to keep reminding them. Do you remember when we was behind at Hayes and Yedin? Do you remember when we were behind at this place? Or do you remember when do you want the same feeling as Grimsby? I suggest no. So let's go out there. Let's have a little bit of pride, okay? And I'm sure if the Mansfield fans see that we're having pride and see that they've got that pride, okay, they're gonna come along in droves, and they're gonna be, everybody loves a trier and everybody loves somebody who gives 100%. Like I say, I've played how many games, right? And if I've given 100%, right, sometimes I've come off the pitch and losing, but I've been clapped off the pitch, and I've lost sometimes massive, and I've been clapped off the pitch because I've given 100%. So we've got to find a way of replicating that, and that is reminding them of the Hayes and Yedin game, reminding them of the games where they were struggling against adversity, struggling against influences, outside influences maybe, and they've come out trumps. So yeah, that's the way how we do it.